So the live event, the big seminar, is just around the corner, and I want to take this opportunity today to talk about how when people think of networking, they think of it as an event, a certain place that they put on their calendar, this 2-hour period, or in this case, this 3-day period. And what I would like to invite you to consider is that we are always networking, or net playing as I like to call it, or let's just get down to it and call it communicating with other human beings, because that's really all it is. And because a lot of us are going to be flying in to the event and staying at hotels and near the conference center or right there at it, doesn't it make sense to, the minute we get off the plane, go ahead and be of the mindset that we know that anyone that we meet at the airport could be going to the same event that we're going to. And clearly, when we get to the hotel, a large percentage of the people that we meet there could be part of the conference. So always be conscious of how you are showing up, how you are presenting yourself. Are you being polite to people? Are you being really, professional and engaging and open and receiving to create a conversation with someone else? I'll give you examples. I have been to networking events where in the parking lot going into the event, someone is frazzled and they're late, they're running late, and so they swerve in and they almost hit somebody getting a parking space. And whether it's a flip off or just a really dirty look at the other person, like, oh, I can't believe you just stole my spot, or, I just giving somebody a really bad vibe just to walk into the event. I've seen this happen before. Walk into the event, and those two people who had some bad energy in the parking lot walk inside, and one of them is running the event and the other one is an attendee, and it makes for really bad, weird, awkward space to be in. And so to take that into this large event, imagine, if you will, you're at the airport and you're frazzled and maybe the plane was late, you're waiting on your luggage, and maybe you're a little short with somebody, or don't treat somebody quite as friendly as you could have, and then you end up at the event and you find out that this is one of the speakers, or that it's someone that you're sitting in a circle with at one of the breakout sessions. So in other words, the tip for today about going to the large event is be conscious and be prepared to be in network or communication mode from the minute we get off the plane, from the minute that we walk into the hotel, because we don't know who we're talking to. And frankly, don't we always want to be an engaging, open, genuine, authentic human being in every aspect of our life? And so with us having this large event to go to, it gives us a chance to really practice that. When I work with my clients about, making good first impressions and creating good conversation, which clearly follows into follow-up and collaboration, I talk to them about, how are you being received? How are you showing up? And, usually we're talking about a specific event, but when we look at it on the grand scheme of things, how are we showing up to anyone and everyone in our lives? Are we showing up late to other things in our life? Are we being short with people in general? So we want to make sure when we get to the airport, when we get to the hotel, that we are ready to be in joint venture mode and relationship building mode, because really we should be that way all the time. And for me, I know that there was a time in my life when I was the shark. I was sharking through the room. I was just looking to get a contract signed, get a product sold, get somebody to join my business, or whatever that was. And the more that I see that it's not about looking for leads, it's not about sharking through the room, it's about actually building relationships, the more I see that it's also not about going to a specific event for that to happen. It's about just being open to creating the resources, the relationships, and the revenue that rock anywhere we are. So as you're coming in, make sure that you smile, that you engage with people, that you give them a nice handshake. And if you're sitting next to somebody at the luggage claim waiting on luggage, start practicing those other questions like, hey, what are you working on right now? Because you never know when the person sitting next to you is actually the person that you needed to meet, even if they're not going to the specific conference that you're going to. Maybe just meeting them in that airport was exactly why you went to start off with. So, CamiBaker.com. If you go to mingletomillions.com, you'll be able to get the full 50 tips to take the work out of networking at expos, trade shows, large events. And as we get closer to the event, I'll continue counting down. And I'm going to start getting into some tips about what to do when we're there, when we're actually there at the event, that will help us to get our mindset in the game. A lot of the times people talk to me about the skill set part. Cami, what do I say when this happens? What do I do in this situation? However, it truly is 90%, just like anything else we do, 90% of what we do starts here before it manifests here. So we're going to get our head in the game. One more thing, and I'm going to be talking about this a little bit more while we're at the event, but look at the marketing. Look at the marketing that is enticing you to want to go to this event. In other words, as business people, entrepreneurs, marketers that we are, what is it about the marketing that has you wanting to go to the event? Why are you taking the time to actually go to the event? What wording are they using? What colors are they using? What is inspiring you? Because whatever that is that's pulling you to the event are things that you can also use in your marketing for your product, service, or event. Talk to you tomorrow.